Hello, and welcome to episode 4 of Unshakable Her. I am Fermi, your host, and I am so honored that you are here today with me. Today's episode is called Unshakable Certainty. Unshakable certainty in a higher power, in God, in something greater than me. And this knowing that sort of develops inside of me, knowing that I surrender to it, knowing that ultimately everything that happens is for my best. I honestly wasn't sure if I wanted to bring this conversation in right now, so early on in my podcast. However, this is an energy that I am facing today, in the past couple of days, and it's an energy that I am working with, and I am trying to practice it, and I am trying to fall into it. And because of that, I felt that it was sort of relevant to bring in today. The space where I'm seeing it in my life personally is where I am in this space where I'm trying to take action and I'm trying to get something done. And I'm working hard and I want to get it done. And I really want to see the fruits of the labor that I put in towards this specific thing. Yet I'm sitting in a place of unknowingness, of not knowing what's going to happen. And not only that, I'm sitting in a place where sometimes I'm not getting the answers that I want to get. I'm not getting the yeses that I want to get. And because of my journey and because of everything that I had to go through in order to get to where I am right now, this level of certainty sort of developed on its own. And today, in the past couple of days, I'm sort of learning to practice with it, because to me it's something new. To me it's not something that I always had inside of me. It's not something that I was privileged to always have this or even have it through my most difficult times. It's something that I have with me today. So it's a practice that I need to fall into. Now, this practice is like this. It's this knowing inside of me that no matter what, everything that happens is for my good. Everything that I go through is for my benefit. Now, the way and the reason that I can say this today is because if I can look back at certain things that happened to me in my life, I can appreciate that I went through it, even if it was a really hard thing that I went through, even if it was something that I went through while I was kicking and screaming and having a tantrum and cursing and just going crazy through it. But if I can look back at it today, whether it's a year later, a couple of months later, 10 years later, I can sort of understand that I needed to go through this. I needed to go through this in order to help me become the person that I am today. Now, because I have this understanding and this knowing today at things that I look back at what I experienced, I know that everything that I go through is for my good. Everything that I go through, there's a reason for it. I just have to surrender to it. I may not understand it. The greater picture is not clear to me. I don't see the big picture. I don't see the puzzle pieces of how this incident is specifically going to fit into my puzzle, yet I trust that it does. I trust and I know that it does. And because of this knowing that I've developed, if I'm in this space right now, I just need to constantly lean into it. I need to practice it. I need to remind myself, because if not, I can fall into a lot of anxiety. I can fall into a lot of stress. I can fall into this space of just wanting to take action. I wanting to take action and just moving, not getting anywhere without just letting myself surrender and know that ultimately I'm trying my best. I'm doing the best that I can, but the best thing will happen for me. Everything that happens to me is for the best. It's this phrase that I tell myself again and again and again. And I used to say it all the time, but now I actually believe it and I truly, truly understand it. But it's a practice. It's a practice that I must practice again and again and again. Now, growing up, I learned a lot about religion and about God and about this higher power. And a lot of it was driven through fear. And because of that, my relationship with God was very rocky and it was very unstable. And when I did face difficulties and hardships, many times I found myself in doubt. Many times I found myself in a space where I just felt so alone. I didn't understand, like, where are you, God? Like, where are you in this picture? How are you okay with this? How is this making any bit of sense? And ultimately, I needed to get to a space where that whole belief system, which was based on fear, needed to crumble, needed to fall apart in order for me to be able to, I would say, find God again, or create a new belief system again through a completely new understanding of God, of my relationship with Him, in order to be able to be in this space today where I can say, I know that I'm going through difficult times. I know that not everything is easy, yet I know it's ultimately for my best. I know that everything that I'm experiencing is because I need to go through it. I'm in a space today where I know, I need to remind myself plenty of times, but I know that my soul came down here for a reason. My soul is on a much greater journey. I don't know if I've been in this world before. I don't know if I haven't, but my soul is here. There is a purpose that I need to accomplish, that I need to get to. One day I'm going to die. I'm not here forever. I'm not guaranteed. And once I die, nothing's coming with me. No materialistic thing is coming with me. The only thing that's coming with me is my soul, from what I understand, and whatever I've managed to accomplish as a soul. Not as a physical being, but as a soul. And because of that, this reassures me on my journey. It reassures me knowing that I may not understand everything, yet I'm on a path with its purpose, and God knows where I'm going, and God knows the way that I need to go through all of this. Now, the way that I see God and the way that I understand God is that, to me, it's like I imagine the most loving person that I know. Imagine that. Imagine that for a moment. Take into account anyone that you know that is the most loving person, whether that's a grandfather, a grandmother, a mom, a dad. Like, think who is the most loving person that you know. And then sort of take that and take whatever qualities that person has and multiply it by like 100. And just imagine this greatest light ever, with so much love and so much kindness and so much certainty and so much belief and goodness, that is right there with you, guiding you on this path. Not only is there right there with you, that there's a part of that inside of you. And there's a connection inside of you, between you and that great light. So I sort of imagine, instead of imagining God how I used to, like this like king who is standing there with a stick and pointing his fingers and yelling and screaming, to me the whole story has changed. It became this whole beautiful, loving, kind light that is here with me and is walking me through this journey and is helping me. And if I look closely, I can see him there. I can find him there. And sometimes he literally will show himself to me, and things will happen. We can name them coincidence, or we can name them just happen. It's not anything special. We can name it in whichever way that we want. But if we look closely, we can see that it is here with us, and it helps us and it accompanies us on this journey no matter what. So to me, this whole vision of God, of this higher power, came to me as sort of in the kindest of ways, in the kindest of lights. Like, it's beautiful and it's lovely and it's nice, and it just wants what's best for me, and it wants me to connect with it, and it wants me to live with that light, and it wants me to behave like that light, and it wants me to love my children through that light, through that loveliness. And because of that, because of this sort of relationship that I was able to create, which I am still constantly working on, because again, it's pretty new to me. When I go through a difficult time, or when I am not sure what my next step is, or where I'm headed, or where I'm going, I can sort of lean into that. I can sort of put down my armor. I can sort of like breathe and let go, because I know that it's here with me. Now, it's not that I don't take action. And it's not that I have this blind faith and whatever you're going to tell me about it, I'm going to 100% believe. No, it's just this surrender that I fall into. It's this space of where I took the action, I did what I needed to do, and now I'm trusting you. Because in the past, I know you showed up. Or because I just know that you're going to show up. Or because I know that you're here constantly with me. So I do X, Y, and Z. And I know that the rest is in your hands. I know that ultimately, if I'm meant to go in that direction, you're going to help me get in that direction. And I know that when I'm not meant to get into that direction and I'm not meant to go there, I'm going to get those no's. I'm going to get those closed doors. I'm going to get those hints to sort of show me that it's not the right way. This is how I see it. When I want to go into a certain space or I want to do something, if I get the yeses, right? Yes, it's working out. Yes, this is running smoothly. Yes, this is going for you. You're on the right space. You're on the right path. This is working out good. If I get the no's, I get the closed doors, I get the no, this is not working out for you, then to me, right today, it's more like a sign that it's not working out. This is not meant for you. For me, we're going to direct you somewhere else. It used to look like where I would push. I would get the no's, I would get the no's, and I would get the no's, and I would still push, and I would still have a lot of anxiety, and I would have stress, and I would be worried. And then I would look at God and be like, how could you do this to me? Literally, this is what it would look like. Today, it looks like I'm taking the step, I'm moving forward, I want to go in that direction. I see it's not working out for me. I take a step back, or I just surrender, and I just sort of let go. Or sort of, I let life sort of just happen and see what's going to happen, or take the hints, or see what leads me into the right spaces. Another place where this has also really helped me was in my thoughts. I must say, and I must bring this up, and to any other single mom out there who's gone through a divorce, who's gone through a difficult time, or has just gone through a difficult time in whatever other space it is, you can get into your head very quickly. You can get into the space of why me? Why did this happen to me? Everybody else seems to be living the perfect, beautiful life. Why did I have to go through X, Y, and Z? Why is it fear? What did I do to deserve this? It's something that comes up a lot, and it's definitely come up for me. And coming to this space of this absolute certainty, this unshakable certainty, has helped me so much, because right now it's like, I don't know why I had to go through this. I may not understand. I definitely know I didn't deserve it. No one's going to tell me that I deserved what I went through. No, there's a reason why my soul is here. My soul is on a journey. My soul is on a path. And this unshakable certainty helps me, because it tells me that this is simply something you need to go through. There's a bigger picture you don't understand, but there's a reason why you need to go through this. You can tell yourself 100 of different stories, and I do that plenty of time, where I tell myself story after story after story of why I needed to go through this, and what's the point, and what's the purpose, and what's going to help me, how is this going to help me in my future. And at the end of the day, this is the journey of my soul. This is where my soul needs to be right now. And this is the perfect place for it. There is no other space that my soul needs to be. My kids needed to get raised with a mom that is a single mom. My kids are in the space that they exactly need to be in. My home needs to be in the space where it is right now. Whatever I went through needs to be in the space where it was, because that's my soul's journey. And some can say that this is just another story that you're telling yourself, and maybe it is. But on the other hand, it helps me. It helps me be able to move through life. It helps me be able to walk in the next direction without falling to despair, without falling to depression, without falling into anxiety and stress, because there's no point to fall into anxiety and stress if you know you're in the right place. It may not be easy. but I'm in the right space. And again, this always comes back to this strength that we find inside of ourselves. With me, this really is one of the pivotal spaces of where my strength lies, of this very deep, unshakable certainty. No matter what, I have this certainty inside of me that there is a higher power, and this higher power surrounds me and loves me and embraces me and is here with me throughout this journey. I may not understand it, but it is holding my hand throughout every single step that I take moving forward. And there's a reason for it. I may not understand it, but it's exactly where it's meant to be. Everything that's happening for me or to me or with me is because it's meant to happen. Thank you for joining me today, and I look forward to our next episode.